You know that feeling when you're stuck in a room with someone who exhausts you. Not because they're loud, not because they're cruel, but because every single interaction feels like a trap. They push buttons you didn't even know you had. They twist your words. They manufacture drama out of thin air. And somehow, no matter what you say or do, you always end up feeling like the problem. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. Because today I want to teach you a technique so simple it almost sounds like doing nothing. And yet it might be the most powerful tool you'll ever use against a toxic person. It's called the gray rock method. And once you understand it, you'll never interact with a toxic person the same way again. Before we get into the method, we need to understand the enemy. Not the person, but the pattern. Toxic people, whether they're narcissists, manipulators, chronic drama creators, or emotional vampires, all share one thing in common. They feed on reaction. Think of it like this. A toxic person is essentially running on a broken emotional engine. They don't feel validated by achievements. They don't feel connection through warmth. They feel alive through control. And the fastest way to establish control over someone is to provoke a reaction. Anger, tears, confusion, defensiveness. It doesn't matter which one. Any emotional response confirms to them that they matter, that they have power over you. Psychology refers to this as narcissistic supply, the emotional energy that keeps these personalities functioning. And you, simply by being a feeling, reacting human being, are a perfect source of that supply. So here's the uncomfortable truth. The moment you show them they can move you, you've given them exactly what they came for, and they will keep coming back for more. The question is, what do you do when you can't simply walk away? That's exactly where the gray rock method comes in. The concept is beautifully simple. Imagine you're on a hiking trail surrounded by rocks of all shapes and sizes. Most of them are completely forgettable. Plain, gray, unremarkable. You don't pick them up. You don't look at them twice. You just walk right past them. That is what you want to become in the eyes of a toxic person. The gray rock method was first described in a 2012 blog post by an abuse survivor using the pseudonym Skylar. The core idea, when forced to interact with a toxic or manipulative person, you make yourself as dull, boring, and emotionally flat as possible. No drama, no outbursts, no tears, just a plain, uninteresting gray rock with absolutely nothing worth feeding on. You don't disappear. You don't fight back. You simply become invisible. Now let's get practical. Here's how you actually implement the gray rock method in real life, and why each step matters psychologically. Step 1. Give them nothing to react to. When a toxic person provokes you with a backhanded comment, a lie, an accusation, or a power play, your instinct is to respond, to defend yourself, to correct the record. Resist that instinct completely. Instead, respond in a monotone, neutral way. Okay. All right. Got it. Short sentences. Flat affect. No sarcasm, no visible frustration. Think of yourself as a customer service representative dealing with a difficult client, professional, polite, but completely detached. You are not performing coldness. You are performing irrelevance. Step 2. Keep your personal life completely private. Toxic people are information hunters. They collect details about your life, your insecurities, your relationships, your wins and failures, and weaponize them later. The gray rock method means you share nothing personal. If they ask how your weekend was, say, fine. If they ask about your relationship, say, going well. Thanks. Never give them material to work with. The less they know about what excites you, what scares you, or what matters to you, the less ammunition they have. You are a locked box, plain on the outside. Nothing to see here. Step 3. Disengage from the bait. This one is crucial and the hardest to master. Toxic people are skilled bait droppers. They'll say something outrageous, unfair, or designed to make you explode. Maybe it's a subtle insult disguised as a compliment. Maybe it's a lie that makes your blood boil. The gray rock does not take the bait. Acknowledge the bait without engaging with it. I see. Interesting. Then move on. You are not agreeing with them. You are not surrendering. You are simply refusing to enter the arena. Step 4. Control your body language, not just your words. Here is where most people fail, because you can say the right words while your face says everything else. Toxic people are highly attuned to micro-expressions, body language, and emotional leakage. A clenched jaw, an eye roll, a sharp exhale. These are all reactions. Practice keeping your face neutral. Relax your shoulders. Maintain normal eye contact. Not too cold, not too warm. You are not a stone statue. You are simply unremarkable. The goal is to make them wonder if you even care enough to be bothered. Because if you don't give them a reaction, they have nothing to write their story on. Now, here's the part that most people don't talk about, and why some people give up before the method works. When you first start gray rocking someone, they will escalate. This is called an extinction burst, a concept from behavioral psychology. When a behavior that used to be rewarded suddenly stops getting a response, the organism doesn't just stop. It first ramps up the behavior to try to get the old reward back. They'll push harder. They'll provoke louder. They'll get more dramatic, more personal, more relentless. And if you crack even once, if you lose your composure, snap back, or show visible emotion, they will consider that a victory. Proof that the old method still works. This is why consistency is everything. The gray rock isn't something you try for a week. It's a sustained practice. And the more consistently you apply it, the faster a toxic person learns a brutal lesson. You are no longer a reliable source of supply. You don't react. You don't respond emotionally. You are genuinely not worth the effort. And toxic people are nothing if not efficient. They will find another target. The gray rock method works best in specific situations. A toxic coworker you can't avoid. A difficult family member at gatherings. A manipulative ex with whom you share custody. Any situation where complete disengagement is impossible, but emotional protection is necessary. However, and this is important, gray rocking is not a long-term solution for deeply abusive relationships. If you are in a situation involving physical danger, serious emotional abuse, or psychological manipulation that is eroding your sense of self, please seek professional support. This method is a shield, not a cure. It's also worth noting, gray rocking requires a certain emotional cost. Suppressing your natural reactions, even temporarily, is mentally exhausting. Make sure you have safe spaces and people where you can fully decompress and be yourself. Don't let the gray rock become your whole personality. The goal is to protect your energy, not to lose your humanity. Here's what I want you to remember from today. You cannot control a toxic person. You cannot fix them, reason with them, or love them into becoming better. But you can control what you give them. And when you give them nothing, you take away the only thing that makes them dangerous. The gray rock method isn't passive. It's one of the most powerful acts of self-preservation you can perform. It says, I see you, I understand what you're doing, and I refuse to play. If this video helped you think differently about someone in your life, share it with someone who might need it. Drop a comment below telling me, who taught you the most about protecting your energy? I'd genuinely love to know. Until next time, keep becoming who you were always meant to be. I'll see you in the next one.